used to say her voice could stop a man mid-drink, mid-breath, mid-sin. Clara May, the jewel of Junction City, the rose of the Dakota line, the last real voice in a world full of dust and shouting. She sang in smoke-filled saloons, stood tall in shimmering dresses stitched by candlelight, and made cowboys forget their broken ribs and unpaid debts. If only for a night. That was 30 winters ago. Now, in a sun-faded room at the edge of a dying town, Clara lies beneath heavy quilts, her voice little more than a whisper rattling in her chest. Her hair, once black as midnight, is all silver now. Her lungs, once proud and full, strain for every breath. By her bedside, a young reporter from Denver sits, notepad open, pen shaking. "I want to tell it right," he says. "Tell the world who Clara May really was." She chuckles, weak but sharp. "Darling, the world already heard my story. What they heard was prettier than the truth, and prettier wins every time." But still, she speaks. She tells him of the riverboat stage where she first sang, barefoot and 17, of the marshal who fell in love with her voice, not her name, of the night she stopped a bar fight by singing Shenandoah through broken ribs, of dusty men crying without shame, and of one story she tells with more care than the rest, a ballad the world still remembers, the night at El Paso. The tale goes like this. Clara stood on the saloon stage. A gang of outlaws burst through the doors, guns drawn. One aimed at the bartender, another at a child, and Clara, sweet, fearless Clara, sang a hymn low, haunting. She sang till their hands dropped, till the guns clattered to the floor, till they turned and walked away like whipped dogs under moonlight. It's the tale folks print in books, the one they paint on canvas, the one they sing about still. But as the young reporter nods and scribbles, Clara turns her face to the window. She doesn't smile. She doesn't blink. She just says, "Never happened." The boy looks up. "What?" She whispers. "There was no child, no gang, just a storm outside and a song I sang for nobody but myself. But they told that story once, and people loved it, so I let it live." She coughs gently into the blanket. The reporter is silent. "You want to know the truth?" she says. "I'm tired, but that lie, that one pretty lie, kept me fed, kept me warm, kept me alive longer than any truth ever did." Outside, wind pushes against the boards. Inside, silence lingers. She closes her eyes one last time, and somewhere, far from that room, a saloon piano plays her ballad again. Not for truth, but for what people needed to believe. Some stories ain't true, but sometimes they're all we got.